Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast, guys. Welcome to another episode. It's been a while, guys, about 2 weeks actually. I think if we take a look at our last episode, 2 weeks ago, guys, we were talking about PSG's significant loss, bro. We talked about PSG's. We went to their funeral, guys, after that huge 4-1 defeat to Newcastle in the Champions League. Of course, we talked about Manchester United getting trashed by Galatasaray. Great performance, great pressure put by Galatasaray on United to get those 2 goals, I believe it was. We also talked about Real Madrid with Jude Bellingham against that Napoli. Of course, Jude Bellingham, extraordinary player, getting at least a goal or an assist every game. Even if it's not a goal or an assist, the amount of the performance that he puts to fight for the ball, the passing options he gives, like just his overall performance, his overall impact for this Madrid team is it's inevitable. So we're gonna we talked about that 2 weeks ago. We're back today after international break. Of course, we had a few good games. We didn't really talk about them. We had who did we have? I think we had France versus Netherlands, which is a very good game for Kylian Mbappe. Of course, whenever I watch this France team, it's very good, man. You expect, like, what I expect is I really like this France team because of the way they play, the chemistry they have. And when you take an example like Paris Saint-Germain, that of course having Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, Kimpembe, and then having young talents like Bradley Barcola and Warren Zaire-Emery, you expect this team to play similar to the French national team, but it's the complete opposite, man. They play PSG, complete trash, no chemistry. Maybe it's a bit too young of a team, inexperienced team, and also too much individual talent. You take a look at Mbappe, Kolo Muani. Oh yeah, Kolo Muani as well, part of that French national team, but it doesn't play like Mbappe, Dembele, and Muani. They don't play like they don't have the same play style at PSG like they do when they play for the French national team. So as I said, it's either a lack of inexperience with the midfield of Zaire Emery, Ugarte, Vitinha, and Barcola, of course, Nunmenge, or it is even Lucas Hernandez in that French team, but we don't play it yet again. More players. But as I said, it's either lack of experience because of the young players or too much individual talent. Kylian Mbappe, I think he's a good player, of course, but he's a lot of the times it looks like they play just because of him. Like, oh, it's for Mbappe. It's for Mbappe. Let me pass to Mbappe because he's the main man. Like, let's play for him. It's too much individual. Like, Mbappe wants it all for himself. Dembele wants it all. Like, it's not much of a team chemistry going on. You get what I mean? So, those are the two reasons, really, why PSG. Yes, that's why you expect them to play like French because they have a lot of the same starting 11 players that the French national team does, but in fact they don't. But yeah, we had a very good French versus Netherlands game this past week or last week, of course. Very good game for Kylian Mbappe. I think he scored a penalty, it was, and a great, amazing 1-2 play outside the box, finesse shot to the far post. A brilliant goal. I think we also had the Italy versus England game. They won 2-0 or 2-1, I believe. Don't remember the goals, but of course finally they brought it home. Instead of going to Rome, they brought it home. So brilliant for them over there. Let me just put my mic closer. I'm a bit worried that it doesn't catch the audio good enough. Okay, I think that should be good, but actually a bit closer, guys. A bit closer. Yeah, this mic is like heavy, bro. It's heavy, so like it kind of goes back down a bit. Okay, I think it should be good. Maybe it's a bit too loud now, but here we can put the volume down just a tiny bit. Yeah, that should be good. But yeah, guys, 4-minute intro. Let's get back into the video. I'm just reviewing what happened in the last video and over the past 2 weeks. Today, guys, we're going to be talking a bit about the Ligue 1, of course, with Paris Saint-Germain versus Strasbourg over this past weekend. Brilliant game for PSG. We're going to talk about them. Going into this, we're also going to be talking about the AC Milan versus Juventus game. Amazing game. I did not watch the game. I watched the highlights, and from the highlights, man, amazing game. What a game to watch. These Serie A games, like sometimes here and there, I watch some Serie A games. Of course, I did not watch the Juventus AC Milan game, but from the highlights, it was a great game. But sometimes I watched the Milan derby. I watch a Napoli versus Juventus. I watch a Inter Milan versus Juventus. Occasionally, I watch some of these Juve games. I watch like a Lazio game here and there. Of course, very very strong team in the Serie A. Of course, Roma. I watch a Roma here and there. Roma, of course, the legacy with Jose Mourinho, and of course with the new Persian signing of Sardar Ozmoon coming from Bayern Leverkusen, who are having an amazing season under Xabi Alonso, man. I think they're undefeated so far. Top, actually, I don't know if they're top of the Bundesliga because, of course, Bayern, I think they could be tied, but Bayern could be on top due to goals, like the amount of okay, no, actually, yeah, they are on top, undefeated as well. So amazing, yeah, great run for Bayern Leverkusen, of course. Amazing team under Xabi Alonso. Sardar Ozmoon coming from them, of course, going to AS Roma. Sometimes I watch them here and there. Even last season with the new signing of what's his name, Dybala. Of course, Paulo Dybala. Had to watch some more Roma. Ronaldo Sanchez they just signed. They had a pretty good transfer window at AS Roma. So and they made it to the was it the Conference League final? They had against West Ham, I think. West Ham United. Actually, no, I think it was the Europa League final against. Was it against? Yeah, I think it was the Europa League final. Europa League final. It was either Europa League final. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Sevilla versus Roma. Yeah. So of course, yeah, I watched them not only in the Europa League but even in the Serie A. I watched them occasionally. So yeah. So yeah. After all that rant of watching a few Serie A games here and there, final statement is, man, these Serie A games never disappoint, man. A lot of these games, there's a lot of talent in the Serie A, and year in, year out, I always say big clubs like the Premier League clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain, they should be like a Liverpool, man. For instance, the whole time during the summer, bro, I was saying Liverpool, if you need a new midfield, if you want to develop your midfield, if you want to strengthen your midfield, look at the Serie A. They have amazing midfielder players, amazing talent in the Serie A. Take some examples. Fikayo Tomori from AC Milan, English defender. Brilliant defender. Very underrated. I don't know why he's not playing over Harry Maguire for the England national team. That is one example right there. Is Fikayo Tomori. You have an example, Mike Mignon. Now these players are going to be expensive, of course. Theo Hernandez. You have Theo Hernandez. Denzel Dumfries at Inter Milan. You got Paulo Dybala. I think he's still an amazing player. We can keep on going with this for sure. We got Nicolo Barella. We got of course, and look at the examples of Newcastle who signed. I mean, to be fair, with Tonali, it was a bit of a different story. AC Milan needed the money. They were under a what's it called? Not franchising, a financial crisis. They were in a bit of a financial crisis, a financial situation. So they had to push their most expensive player out. Their next legacy player, their next legendary player of the club out for the money. And I mean, look at the amount of look at the impact he's had on that Newcastle team. You can definitely see him, Bruno Guimaraes, and Joel Linton in that midfield. Amazing. Of course, against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League 2 weeks ago, they destroyed us, and I can't be mad because he was a very crucial player in that midfield against Paris Saint-Germain. He blocked those passing lanes, had some good attacking opportunities as well. So take an example, man. Serie A teams never disappoint, and this game, not disappointing at all. So after that huge rant and stuff, guys, we're going to talk about Paris Saint-Germain and then take a look at the AC Milan Juventus game. Yet again, these Serie A games never disappointing. And after reviewing these two games, we're going to talk about the upcoming Champions League PSG versus Milan game. Actually, we'll leave that for a bit later. We're also going to talk about Chelsea versus Arsenal. And then I also want to kind of review on Ajax as well, guys. Ajax, however you want to pronounce it. The Netherlands team, I want to talk a bit about their downfall, man. Not looking good for them in the relegation zone. So I don't think they've won. They have like one win this season. So I want to talk about them as well. And then at the very end, we're going to review for the Champions League games tomorrow and on Wednesday, of course. And then end it off with footy tic-tac-toe like usual, guys. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, guys, I had to make sure my mic turned off. I accidentally muted my mic. When I switched from this screen here to this screen here, it said mute. It said it muted my mic. So I just want to make sure that the audio is not messed up, guys. Otherwise, if I were to do a 1 hour podcast, it's gonna go to big trouble here. But yeah, I think the audio is good now. Yeah, let's get right into it then, guys. Let's get right into it and talk about the League 1, guys. PSG versus Strasbourg. Amazing game. Nothing too big of a game here. Nothing too small of a game here. Strasbourg, I'm pretty sure a pretty decent team. Yeah, 13th place, mid-table team type thing. Mid to bottom table, so not the best, but not the worst. They have some pretty decent talent as well. But great game for PSG, guys. Great game for PSG. We got to kind of test out some new formations. I think we were playing we were playing a 3-back, but we were testing out some new players and some new positions, of course. No Achraf Hakimi. Yeah, we were playing a 4-2-2. So yeah, I thought we were playing a 3-back, but you could say we were playing a 3-back. We were starting with a 4-2-2. You can definitely notice that, but the way we played in game was kind of like a 3-back. We had Marquinhos, Pereira, and Lucas Hernandez kind of squish in more into that central area like a 3-back, and Carlos Soler going up the pitch a lot. King in Lee going wide, so they kind of switched positions there. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Barcola, and then Mbappe always on that free roam. He wants to play on the left, plays on the right, plays in the central, wherever he wants. And Gonzalo Ramos. Let's talk individually about these players. Carlos Soler. Now, although there was rumors of Carlos Soler leaving the club, PSG wanting to sell him, I think overall as a PSG, for his contributions to the club, not the best, but in this game he had a very solid game, man. Very good game for him, for what he's contributed in games in the past. I think for this game was amazing. He was a very key player for us in both the attacking sense, giving options to that midfield, playing out wide as like a right wing back, dropping back to defend, going up to attack. So very similar to Hakimi against who was it? Was it OGC Nice? I believe it was against. I think it was against, or it might have been against Lens, RC Lens. So one of the two where he scored a free kick. Like any of the past few games Hakimi played in, he's always in the attacking option, man. He gives the option, good dribbles, good runs into the box. And Carlos Soler played very similar to how Hakimi played. Good defensive ability to help defend, good passing options, good runs into the box, into the attacking space. So brilliant by Carlos Soler. Same with Fabian Ruiz, guys. I think I prefer Fabian Ruiz. I think he's a very solid player. A lot of FIFA people saying like, oh, this guy, who knew this guy before? This guy sucks as well. But as a PSG fan, Fabian Ruiz over Soler, man. Fabian Ruiz might be one of our. I don't want to say it, like he's better than Vitinha. I'd say actually Vitinha, but like I do really respect. He's better than Kang Lee. He's better than Warren Zaire-Emery. He's a very class player. The passing abilities. He's also very strong and tall. So I think being like tall and having a big physical presence really helps in a PSG's in a Ligue 1 team. Ligue 1 is a very physical league. So Fabian Ruiz, his abilities to kind of put a bit of like a physical presence into the pitch, looking a bit bigger, a bit more jam, a bit more like to push players out of the way type thing. So very good from Fabian Ruiz, who had a very nice goal as well, man. Rebound at the top of the box. He's at the top of the box waiting here. Pass over here. There's a fake shot away to the left side and then like a chip over the keeper type thing. Far post. So amazing goal. Vitinha, yeah, nothing really much to talk about him. I want to talk about Bradley Barcola, Kylian Mbappe, and Gonzalo Ramos. So first off, Bradley Barcola, amazing player. This game, man, I very much noticed him. The link up with him and Mbappe, brilliant, man. Brilliant link up between Bradley Barcola and Kylian Mbappe. The runs he makes, the dribble on the ball, the 1-2s he has with Mbappe, the runs in behind the defense, his his passing and stuff. Now his passing is a bit questionable. There's one time where Mbappe made a through ball he was in behind and he passes it, but no one's there. I don't know if he meant to shoot far post, or if he was going for a cross and I don't know, no one was there. But I think he could have taken his time a bit more. Maybe he didn't really know where his teammates was. Then maybe the teammates needed to call out like where they like in the middle of the box and stuff, or here middle of the box and then shoot. But yeah, overall a bit fraudulent on the passes. But of course, he's a young player. We brought him in from Olympique Lyon. He just needs a bit more development, of course. I think like he's an amazing player. And I think after Mbappe leaves, if we continue to develop Barcola, gain more experience, gain more skills, become a better player, I think he could get maybe not to the level of Kylian Mbappe. No one's going to get to that level. But I think he's going to be a solid replacement. Like, I feel like we won't really notice much of a much difference between losing, like not having Mbappe, like having Barcola over Mbappe. I feel like he's a very similar player in terms of making those runs in behind on the ball, the crosses. So it needs more development, of course, better passing, better shooting, good on the ball, good runs in behind. And I feel like I wouldn't mind like seeing Mbappe go and starting Barcola over him. So that's my thoughts there. Mbappe, of course, this guy's different every time, man. The dribbles. This, like, I always say, Mbappe is the best player, man. He's just the best player, man. So what can I say? He's better than Haaland. Everyone's saying, oh, Haaland deserves it. I feel like, I don't want to say it like this, but yes, Mbappe didn't have as good of a season as Erling Haaland, but the only reason that makes me maybe a bit of PSG bias here, but also in sense of more that Mbappe is more of a all-round player. You can say that if Mbappe was in that City team, he would do the same, like maybe a bit less goals, like 5 or 6 less goals than Haaland, but he would have like similar goals, 5 or 6 less, more goal contributions in terms of assists, in terms of ball playing ability. Fits in that City team as well. So I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, you're saying that because you're a PSG fan. Mbappe plays in the league. He didn't have a good season." I guarantee you, you can take an example. Mbappe in that Madrid team. Not only would they dominate in a Farmers League La Liga, you can say, some people could say, not as good as the Premier League. They're still gonna choose Haaland over Mbappe because Haaland plays in the Premier League. But I guarantee Mbappe in that team, not only are they going to dominate in La Liga, dominate in the Champions League as well. So him, Vinny, Rodrigo, like Jude Bellingham, I guarantee it's like Mbappe offers more than Haaland, because you can have and I'm not hating on Haaland here. I think Haaland deserves a Ballon d'Or for sure after that season he just had. But you can argue that, like, yes, you need to be a top player to get those into those positions in the box and have a good first touch, have a good shooting abilities like Erling Haaland. But you can argue that if you have those skills, you can be the pivot point of any team. You take an example of Rasmus Højlund for United, man. I guarantee if he was in that City team, he would do the same as Haaland, man. Because I think if under Pep Guardiola is also a very different story as well. So my end point here is I'm not hating on Haaland, but I'm trying to say that Mbappe is the best player in the world. Both he's a complete player, and he can easily replace. He's easily better than Erling Haaland. I don't care. I really don't care. I think I feel like you can really. Now, a lot of people are going to be very mad at what I'm about to say, but you can argue that Mbappe had a better season than Haaland. Because, as I said, I'm not arguing that, oh, Mbappe played in the league and, like, oh, he's worse and stuff. I'm not saying that stuff. I think what Haaland did is, of course, is very, very difficult to do. But under Pep Guardiola, in that City team where they always have balls into that striker as a pivot player, it's going to be easy to score goals. And as I said, I'm not saying like, oh, it's easy. You need. I'm not saying it's easy and stuff, but you still need the ability to be good positioning and have good finishing, good shooting, good first touches. But overall, in that City team where they have at least 10 chances a game in that striker position, of course they're gonna score goals. Take an example, Julian Alvarez. I mean, it's no doubt that that in that City team it's easy to score goals because all the time they're just feeding the balls into the striker. So same thing goes on with Mbappe here. We go on to Mbappe, best player in the world. Of course, he scores a penalty as well. And then I also want to talk about Gonzalo Ramos. I think he's starting to become a very good player. I felt like in the first 2-3 games he was a bit fraudulent, but he's adapting to the PSG playstyle under Luis Enrique as well. Lucho, of course, he's used to be a Barcelona's former coach. Of course, they won the treble back in 2015, so no doubt that these players are going to develop and become better under Luis Enrique. And Gonzalo Ramos, we're starting to notice that he's becoming better. He's positioning himself better on the ball. Of course, we had one play, it's a 1-2 play with Mbappe into the middle of the box where one of the Strasbourg players actually intercepts it, but he takes too much of a heavy touch. Next thing you know, Gonzalo Ramos putting pressure, goes around him, gets the ball first. But the player doesn't know that, so he tries to quickly get the ball back. But Ramos got there first. He got the ball first, and then instead the player injures, he hits Ramos, and it becomes a penalty. Mbappe scores the penalty. But overall, that hunger from Ramos to get the ball, position himself well, brilliant adapting into the PSG squad under Luis Enrique. So yeah, overall, as I said, Ramos adapting to the squad. Barcola needs more development and could easily replace Mbappe next season. I think we're still going to need a replacement, like Osimhen would be pretty sick. But overall, I think Mbappe, I wouldn't really mind one season off without having a main striker, because Barcola, we develop him more. He becomes more skillful, more experienced, and I think we will be fine with him. And then with Mbappe, as I argued, so you could argue that he's better and had a better season than Haaland. Not in terms of trophies and stuff, but in terms of play style, he had a better season than Haaland. Because as I said, in that City team, under Pep Guardiola, and under the play style that City play, 10, 15, 20 goals are chances for those strikers every single game. And surely you're going to score 2 out of those 20 goals. Surely. So yeah, that is that right there. But Mbappe also provides not only a goal, like a pivot, like to pass to, but also he provides those passing. He's a goal scoring. He creates chances as well. So he's more of an overall player. A bit confusing there, but yeah, that is our rants there on PSG. We go on to the Serie A. A brilliant game here. Of course, Juventus absolutely dominated AC Milan. So I'm confident for tomorrow. For tomorrow's game, not too confident because AC Milan had a very good game against Newcastle and they got very unlucky that they did not score, ended up being 0-0. But overall, yeah, to be fair, AC Milan, they did have a red card on what's his name? They had a red card last week on Mike Mignon, and at the end of the game, we saw Olivier Giroud go into net for like a good 5-10 minutes. So I mean, that was pretty hilarious. But I think maybe that's a reason why AC Milan kind of got dominated today. They didn't really have a main good keeper. No offense to this keeper, he's probably really good. Being a backup keeper for AC Milan is amazing for your career as well. So no hate to him, but he's not as good as Mike Mignon. But overall, just the overall way that AC Milan played was definitely not good. Christian Pulisic was ghosting. Rafael Leao, Olivier Giroud he had a few good chances, Olivier Giroud, but also it could be from the highlights that I watched that didn't really show a lot of AC Milan's attacking highlights. But overall, you can just tell that the way that Juventus made those passing options, Rabiot, Locatelli, Weston McKennie, and Timothy Weah. Moise Kean, man, amazing player. He had some very good chances to score as well. The way that they pass and then get in behind, you have Kostic here pass back to Rabiot, and then while that's happening, Moise Kean is making that run in behind, and then he's through on goal, tries to go far post. Like the passing ways to find those open spaces, go out wide. Every time I saw Juventus in an attacking opportunity, they had an open space in this box. Like it was only 2-3 players in the box, so they had a lot of open space to shoot. So I mean, the way that Juventus played, yeah, as I said, a lot of good opportunities for them. And then, yeah, that red card was definitely a red card, man. Easily pulled Moise Kean's shirt. He clearly pulled him. Red card right there. That really hurt them. But as I said, overall, with the way that Juventus played, a lot of open space. There was no pressure from this AC Milan team to fight for the ball back. And then, yeah, as I said, a lot of the good passing from Juventus. And then unlucky shot by, it was a good shot by Locatelli, power shot, but unfortunately it rebounded off of one of the players, and then it bounced away from the keeper, so a bit unlucky there. So, but overall, yeah, to be fair, a lot of these players that AC Milan were using were their main players: Leao, Giroud, Pulisic. No, Chukwueze. They had Reinders, who's a very good player as well, Brazilian. Who else do they have? Of course, they have Fikao Tamori. Of course, they have Florenzi, Calabria. Kajar wasn't playing. Kalulu wasn't playing. So, two main players on the bench here. But for the most part, like half of the team, maybe 60%, 70% of the team was Milan's main players. And because they played bad, it's giving me a bit of a hope that, oh, maybe PSG has a chance tomorrow. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's go to Chelsea, Arsenal, guys. I mean, what? Bro. Chelsea, bro. Bricksea, man. Bricksea. Chelsea. Bricksea. Scheitzy, man. Scheitzy. Lucy, bro. This team, bro. Bricksea, bro. This is the brickest team of all time, man. The past 3 seasons, bro. They won the Champions League in 2020 or 2021. Like, it was easy for them. It's very easy for them. Beat Madrid, beat City, and then they go on. They spent $1 billion last summer, and they get mid-table, and then they're somehow doing. They had one or two wins this season, I think. And then in this game here against Arsenal, who are still undefeated, props to Arsenal, man. Shout out to them. They're very, very good for them. Arsenal last season and this season as well, keeping up that high, like that, the pressure for the title race. Very, very good from Arsenal. But how do you lose, or how do you draw? How do you fumble a 2-0 lead in the 77th minute at Stamford Bridge at home to Arsenal in not in North London, but in a London derby? That is just shambles, man. Absolutely ridiculous by Arsenal. Now, let's talk about this. In the first half, in the first 40 minutes, Chelsea were playing very, very good football, man. Very good football. Good at keeping possession, getting those runs into the, like, having the open space to have runs, finding those passing options to get in those attacking chances. Fair play to Arsenal. They win a penalty. It's a cross. It was a cross in by one of the Chelsea players. I think it was by Sterling, actually. Cross in by Sterling, and then it's I think it was Cole Palmer or it was Gallagher who tries to go for the header, but it's William Saliba who tries to header it away. Of course, tries to defender, and this guy, bro, is absolutely clumsy headering, clumsy clearance header. What he's doing, bro, is it's. You could argue that, oh, maybe if he had his hands, like, try to move his hands towards him, like, to make himself smaller and header it out, but still hits his hand, that, oh, maybe he was trying to make himself smaller to not touch the ball, but it still hit him. So it was an unintentional handball because he was making himself smaller. But this guy is clearly opening his arms wide. He's jumping like this, bro, with his arms in his air. Like, bro, I'm making sure the audio is on. He's jumping like this, bro, with his arms in his air. He's clearly making himself bigger. So if the ball goes towards the net, the ball hits his hand. If he was making himself smaller and the ball still hit his hand, the VAR may argue like, oh, it was unintentional. He was trying to get away from the ball and not touch it. But you can clearly see he's jumping up like this, making himself bigger. And of course, if you're a bigger target, the ball, like they know that he's trying to block the ball, and Of course, it was a penalty. So clumsy, just lousy defending by Saliba. Always does that as well. Every time he jumps, he's always like this, bro. Like an eagle, bro. He's doing the Fortnite T-pose, man. If you know, you know. But, yeah. Very, very bad there. Good cross in by Sterling into the middle of the box. And then lousy defending by Saliba. And then amazing pen by Cole. Is it Cole Palmer? I think it's Cole Palmer. So, yeah, of course. David Raya to the left. And he shoots to the right over here. And then yet again, yeah, Chelsea just dominating most of that first half. We go into the beginning of the second half. Mudryk over here. Now, bro, I've seen so many comments on Twitter saying, amazing, what a goal, what a screamer goal by Mudryk. What he does is he's down the wing here. He shoots, this is going to be important. He shoots, it goes over the keeper, far post, and in. Bro, this guy, if you watch the replay, did not look at the goal at all. This guy was in a position. He positioned himself. He was facing like he was making a outside run. So you know when you go for a cross, you kind of go away from the ball and then cross it in. He was making a run like that to cross it, and he was looking in for his teammates. This guy was not looking at the net at all. Now, either this was a master play, a 1,000 IQ play by Mudryk, where it looked like he was going to cross it and then fakes the keeper. The keeper is not positioned to save the ball. He was positioned himself to go for the cross. Either this was a 1,000 IQ play where it looked like he wanted the cross, but then he shoots instead, and the keeper gets faked. The keeper was preparing for a cross. Or what everyone believes is this guy was going for the cross, did not look at the goal once. Yo, there's a fly in my room, bro. So annoying. He didn't look at goal. He was going in for the cross. He's looking for a teammate to cross it to. And he fumbles. He messes up the cross. And this is what I believe as well. Knowing Mudryk the past 2 seasons, not 2 seasons, but last season, the whole time at Chelsea, his whole Chelsea career, knowing Mudryk, he was purposely meaning to go for the cross and had a horrible cross and got lucky that the ball went over the keeper and in. That is what I believe. But there's fans everywhere on Twitter saying, nah, at the end of the day, a goal is a goal. Yes, at the end of the day, a goal is a goal. But you can't argue that was a mistaken goal, bro. You can't argue that Mudryk is still bad, man. You cannot argue that because from what I saw, bro, this guy was going in for the cross. Knowing Mudryk as well, he's not going to shoot that, bro. He can barely shoot a goal in the middle of the box. So, I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. So, that is that. It was still a nice goal, but as I said, like, that was not supposed to go in. He got lucky. So, and then, guys, we see an Onana masterclass, guys. What's this guy's name? Ray Sanchez, something like that. Robert Sanchez, the Spanish goalkeeper. Spanish versus David Raya, both Spanish goalkeepers. Both the goals that even David Raya, he had a few mistakes as well. Not just the Mudryk goal, but even like rushing out of net too early and stuff, or not rushing out of net enough. And then same with Robert Sanchez. Man, this guy goes for the pass. Yo, man, this fly, bro. Annoying, bro. Robert Sanchez. They're playing from the back because they're being pressured. This is the 75th minute. They're playing from the back because they're being pressured. Cucurella passes it back to the keeper. He passes it, I think it was to Thiago Silva, who doesn't get the ball for some reason. Either it was too far from him, or to be fair, there was a player pretty close to Thiago Silva, so maybe he didn't want to get control of it. But whatever it was, the ball didn't go to the player over here. And then it went openly over here. The open net, because Robert Sanchez comes a bit to the left here to give an option for Correa. Open net. Declan Rice, who got rejected by Chelsea back in his academy days, he just shoots it open net. And now that gives hope for Arsenal. All Chelsea had to do was wait 15 more minutes and they would have won the game. 2-0 up. Stamford Bridge. They end up passing the ball. He lets the ball go freely. Open space here. Declan Rice, open net, shoots it. That gives some more hope. That gives a bit a draining mentality for Chelsea and gives a better hope for Arsenal. Next thing you know, Arsenal, they sub on Trossard, they sub on Kai Havertz, they make some new fresh foot players to put on the pressure. They start pressuring for the ball more. You can definitely see a change in the way that Arsenal plays after they scored that first goal, Declan Rice. And then you see Kai Havertz, he gets the ball, he passes it out wide to Bukayo Saka. And then Bukayo Saka looks like he's going to go in for the cross, but he does a fake backwards with his left foot, crosses it back post, and it's the Belgian Trossard, Leandro Trossard, the Belgian forward, who gets a touch on it and goes into the back of the net. Great goal. Great cut back in by Bukayo Saka, star boy, of course. Good cross, good ability to cross it, and good vision, and also good cross, far post. And then Trossard makes that run in, no one marking him, far post, easy touch into the back of the net. It's just that it was very good pressure by Arsenal in that last 10 minutes after they scored the Declan Rice goal. Good pressure by them to fight for the ball. Good job to make those substitutes. It was very well timed by Mikel Arteta to make those subs, get the ball back. They have the spirit, the winning spirit, like we're gonna come back now against London derby, London enemies, Chelsea at away as well. Let's have this winning mentality. We're down 2-0 the whole game. We score a goal. We're back into this 10 minutes, make some subs, put some fresh legs, pressure for the ball, and next thing you know, they end up scoring two goals, making it 2-2 at Stamford Bridge. So overall, I think both teams had very clumsy defending with that William Saliba arms out Fortnite T-pose type of header clearance, which then hits his hand. Of course, easy penalty over there. Mudryk making that mistaken goal, like I'm gonna say that was a very bad. It was a good goal, but it was a mistake goal, bro. With his skill, like that was not that's not skill right there. That is not skill. What I'm trying to say. You see, they let the ball go freely, and then they leave him unmarked. Like they just start like falling apart in the last 10 minutes because of the pressure that Arsenal puts. So, yeah, overall, good game for Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal fan, you should be happy that you got a point here. I wouldn't be sad. I wouldn't be sad at all if you're an Arsenal fan. I would be happy if you're an Arsenal fan. But yeah, still undefeated for Arsenal. Very good for Arsenal and Spurs. That amazing, bro. Amazing. Spurs are playing different out here, man. With the new manager. Holy, even Liverpool, man. When I watch these Liverpool games, Szoboszlai, McAllister, oh my days, man. This is a different Liverpool team, bro. Like, if I had to choose who my favorites, like, I'm a PSG fan, of course. But if I had to choose who's my favorite team in the Premier League, in the Serie A, it's probably gonna be, I would probably say AC Milan or Juventus are very good teams. One of the two. In the Bundesliga, probably Bayern or even Leverkusen. They're doing pretty good. Probably Bayern though. They're probably just a stronger team. I'll probably just choose them. In the La Liga, it's probably Real Madrid, and then when it comes to the Premier League, it's probably Liverpool or Arsenal. And man, when I watch those Liverpool games, Liverpool, amazing season they're having. Amazing start to the season for them. Last season they fumbled it. This season, amazing for them. The midfield just looks different, bro. The way they counterattack this season, brilliant for them. But yeah, that is the table there. Let's end it off. Should we talk about Ajax? Maybe we'll talk about them on another episode. Maybe this Saturday we'll do another episode. Actually, I might go back to the island on Saturday, so I'll probably record it on Thursday or Friday. Sometime at the end of this week, we'll do another episode. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll talk more about the news. Oh yeah, we have to do one on Thursday. Thursday, we'll do an episode on Champions League and also talk about some football news. I think that's the play right there. But yeah, let's make some predictions for this weekend. Bayern, Galatasaray, easy. Bayern win. Inter, Salzburg, Inter win that. Berlin, Napoli. Berlin is a pretty decent team. They play 5-back as well. A very defensive team. And of course, last season they got fourth as well. Actually, I think they got third last season. They had a very good season by Union Berlin. So it's going to be challenging for Napoli, of course. But I think Napoli will still win. Sevilla, Arsenal. I mean, when it comes to the Champions League, guys, Sevilla always aim for. Oops, my bad. A bit too close to the mic. But when it comes to Champions League, guys, Sevilla always aim for third place to then get demoted down to the Europa League because these guys are Europa League merchants. So you have to keep that in mind. But and yeah, with the way didn't Arsenal lose their last game to Lens as well? I'm probably still gonna say Arsenal wins this, but I think it's gonna be a challenging game. It really depends. Are Sevilla gonna play jokes and try to aim for a third place to get demoted to the Europa League merchants, or are they gonna play serious and give Arsenal a bit of trouble? I'd probably say Arsenal. Yeah, I'd probably say Arsenal. They come out of this 2-0 loss to Chelsea, but then in the last 10 minutes they fight it back. So I feel like that gives a bit more winning like spiritual mentality to the team. They came back from 2-0 down in the last 10 minutes against a London derby enemies. So I feel like because of that, they're going into this game thinking, oh, keep up, like, oh, we're going to keep up this pressure, this winning mentality, this comeback mentality. So I'd probably say Arsenal wins that. Madrid, Braga, probably Real Madrid. Lens, PSV. As a Ligue 1 avid fan, Lens. But PSV, they're pretty decent. Benfica, Sociedad. Yeah, Benfica are having a pretty bad season, man. They're last in that group as well. And if we take a look at Liga NOS table. Yeah, second place. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in the Champions League so far, they're doing pretty bad. Lost against Braga. Lost against Real Madrid. Oh no, they're not even in that group. Lost against Inter. Lost against Salzburg. Real Sociedad drew against Inter and beat Salzburg. So Sociedad are a very strong team. Even this season, I think they're even fourth in the league, if I'm not mistaken. La Liga table. Fifth in the league. Yeah, very, very strong team. I think they played Barcelona last week, no? And they had a very decent game against them as well. Barcelona. No, we can just go back over here. I'm pretty sure they actually beat them. Or I'm pretty sure they drew to them 2-2. Was it last week or was it the week before? Lost to Atletico. I remember watching the game with my cousin. It was during the Thanksgiving weekend. Bro, why doesn't it load, man? Maybe it wasn't against them. Maybe I was thinking of another game. Anyways, yeah, they're a pretty good team. I've seen them a few. Maybe it was just the Atletico game. I think it was. Anyways, guys, yeah, they're killing it this season. So, yeah, probably Benfica or probably Sociedad to win that. United Copenhagen, Rasmus Højlund's old club, young boyhood club. Now, some could easily say United win this. Højlund's masterclass. Bruno Fernandes. What's his name? Rashford. And what's Scott McTominay is having a really good season as well. Really good the past few games. He's been doing really, really good in that midfield for United. Is it McTominay or is it... Yeah, I think it's McTominay. But also the other guy, the Danish guy. Not Eriksen. I think they have another Danish guy. We take a look at Manchester United. Bro, with McTominay and not Eriksen, bro. They have another midfield, bro. Where the heck is this guy? Yeah, Amrabat is really good. Van de Beek, bro. Yeah, Van de Beek. Him and McTominay. He's not even Danish, bro. He's Dutch. But anyways, yeah, you could on paper United win this, but knowing United, bro, they're probably gonna brick it, bro. They're probably gonna fumble it. Barcelona, Shakhtar. Barcelona easily win that. Feyenoord, Lazio. Feyenoord are having a really good season in the in the Eredivisie. I think they're top of the table. If you Eredivisie, they're third. Okay, they're third. They beat Ajax as well. But Lazio are also a very strong team. We take a look at them. What are they placed at right now? Damn, they're not having a good season, man. Where are they? Ninth in the league, bro. Didn't they? They were very good. They got second last season, man. That's going to be a tough game. I think Feyenoord will win that. Newcastle, Dortmund, Newcastle win that. Leipzig, Red Star Belgrade, Leipzig win that. Young Boys, City win that. PSG, Milan, a bit of bias here. Milan losing to Juventus as well. Therefore, PSG win that. Celtic, Atletico, Real Madrid, Atletico win that. And then Antwerp and Porto, I think Porto win that. So, yeah, that is my predictions there, guys. Let's end it off with a footy tic-tac-toe. How long was today's episode? A bit of a rant kind of going on in today's episode. Yeah, we have 4 different mini games, football knowledge games here today. Let's go ahead and start off with this. So over here, Serge Gnabry is an attacker. This guy's a midfielder, so I'd assume that Serge Gnabry has more shots. This guy's a midfielder, and this guy is a defender. And I feel like as a midfielder, you would be subbed off more. This guy's a defender, but this is Thiago Silva, so he's going to get more minutes. And also Chelsea don't really have any other defenders. This is a defender and this is a defender. However, Pau Torres is a more key player for Villarreal, so I feel like he would have more minutes. And Villarreal is a Spanish team, so they also play a lot of passing, so I feel like he would have more passes. I think disposed, bro. Dispossessed. Because he's probably worse than Pau Torres. Danilo Pereira, I'm going to have probably less or more passes here. More minutes, bro. Danilo Pereira has not played a lot for us this season. Probably subbed off more. Damn, no. Gavardio for Leipzig. Okay. Probably more shots. He's a defender. He's not going to have a lot of shots. Defender against defender. However, this is Josko Gavardio. He's a key player. Probably passes. Lissandro Mart. Oh, no, not this position. Probably subbed off. Benjamin Pavard. Okay, probably minutes. No, actually, Pavard played quite a lot for Bayern last season. Probably passes then. Shite. Damn, unlucky, guys. Unlucky. That is the first mini game. Let's go to the Bing. No, actually, let's go to the who guessed the player by their club. So we start off. They come from Barcelona. 2011 to 2015 for Barcelona. So they're still playing probably. 2 appearances. Not huge. Let's just go ahead right now and say like a... Let's go ahead and say like a... like Adama Traore. Okay, so then he goes on loan to Everton. Okay, so loan to Everton. Loan to Everton. So he doesn't play in the Premier League now either. Let's go ahead and guess a bit of a like a Serie A player. I'm feeling like a Serie A, or maybe like a Carlos Soler, bro. Let's go to the Ligue 1. No. And then he goes on loan to Sevilla. And keep in mind, these are on loans as well. So he's still under Barcelona. He extends his contract with Barcelona and goes on loan to Everton and Sevilla. And he's still playing for them. Who's going on loan to Everton and Sevilla from Barcelona? Like I don't know, not a is it a Jesus Navas? No. Then he signs with Everton. Bruh, what in the world is this, man? Let's go ahead and guess a Barella for now. Let's see in the Serie A. I feel like it's an AC Milan player. I was gonna guess an AC Milan player. I wanna guess Reinders. Okay, it's not an AC Milan player. And then he comes back to Barcelona in 2017-18. Let's go ahead and guess like a... Bro, what is this player, man? Yeah, it's not... Is it a Moise Kean, bro? No, Watford. Bro, yeah, no, I'm not getting this at all, man. Let's get like a... And then they signed for Watford in 2018 to 2021. Let's go with like a Chiro. It's not Immobile, but let's just guess like maybe the club. Udinese, bro. Udinese. So I'm guessing they signed a permanent deal with Udinese. That's what I'm going to guess here. So who just went to Udinese? I'm not even pronouncing it right. But who just went there? And also comes out of the Barcelona Academy. Well, we don't know if it's the Academy, but they played 2 games at Barcelona. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let's just go with the Mbappe here. And then they signed for them like a Brazil, not a Ibanez, but who's that Brazilian keeper, bro? Or center back? Is it the Brazilian center back? De La Feu, bro. Yeah, Everton. Back at his Everton days, bro. Bruh, man. This guy, bruh, man. Oh my, negative ball knowledge, man. Yeah, he said, bro, man. 10 games for Barca, though. I feel like it would be more. But yeah, he did play at Everton, bro. He played at Everton and Milan. Not sure about Watford, but bro, brick knowledge, bro. He's the guy from the streets, man. From the streets, bro. I didn't know. Okay, football. Okay. So we have to fill in the grid. It's gonna give us a player filling the grids. Shit, there's a timer. Okay, Joel Matip plays for Cameroon. Alexander Isak played for Dortmund. We could have done Sweden. Malcolm played for... What did he play for? He played for Barcelona. No, I don't know. Skip. David Villa for... no, bro. Why am I putting City, bro? Barcelona, man, in Spanish. Antonio Silva. Yeah, no clue. Christian Pulisic, AC Milan. DiMarco with Inter Milan. Did he win with them? Chilwell with top division winner. Yeah, with Chelsea. Kieran Trippier. Did he play for Spurs? I think he played for Spurs before going to Atletico Madrid. Kamara, he played in the French league. He currently plays for Aston Villa, but doesn't work for any of these. Who the hell is this guy, bro? Let's play a wild card. Okay, I guess he's Croatian. Paulo Nedved, Ballon d'Or winner. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Let's do Sweden. Zielinski, Poland. Carlos Tevez, United. And Luis Figo, Portugal. Inzaghi, did he play? I think he played for Juve. Chiesa, shit. Did he play for Lazio? No. Samuel Eto'o, I guess, yeah, he played for AC Milan. Fikayo Tomori, I don't know, he didn't play for Arsenal. Jeremy Defoe, didn't he play for Arsenal, bro? Milik. Bro, but none of these guys play for these teams. Jadon Sancho for City, didn't he play for City? Gattuso, I don't know, did he play for an Italian club? Florian Wirtz, none of these. Nathan Ake, City. Sergio Roberto, did he play for João Moutinho? Doesn't he play in the Liga NOS in Porto? Pepe Reina. I didn't even know Pepe Reina played for I know he played for Barcelona. He currently plays for Villarreal. Pepe Reina. The only problem with that game is like it can give you players that didn't play for any of the they don't fit for any of them. Let's go ahead and end it off with a footy tic-tac-toe. Atletico de Madrid and Euros winner. Okay, so let's take a guess here. And a Euros winner, bro. Who the heck is this gonna be? We'll come back to that. Let's go to United Euros winner Cristiano Ronaldo. AC Milan Euros winner Rafael. Yeah, what the heck am I saying? France did not win the Euros. I want to guess here a Spanish player who used to play for Atletico de Madrid. Fernando Torres. And he used to play at AC Milan. Okay, we have to guess a new one for that. That doesn't count. AC Milan and won the Euros as well. But who has won the Euros recently? Like an Italian player. Donnarumma. Okay, United Danish. We're going to go Eriksson. Who also works for AC Milan, I believe. No, he played for Inter Milan. But for AC Milan, we'll go Kajar. Atletico Danish. Shiza, who the heck is that? Atletico Arsenal. No clue. United Arsenal will go Alexis Sanchez. AC Milan Arsenal. Bergkamp played for Inter Milan, I believe. So who would go from like Milan to Arsenal or Arsenal to Milan? Eto'o played for Milan, but then he played for Everton. He didn't play for Arsenal. I don't know. I think Jorginho played for Napoli, not Milan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played for Napoli. And then Atletico Arsenal as well. I want to guess like a Spanish player. Who's a Spanish player for Arsenal? David Raya came from Brentford from last season. I don't know. Did he play David Raya? No, he didn't play. He's Spanish, of course. Maybe that's why I was guessing. Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. And then AC Milan and Arsenal. Damn. Ball knowledge, bro. Ball knowledge is negative. Alright, so let's see. Danish players for Daniel Voss, bro. Yeah, this guy. He sounds very familiar, but I didn't know he played for Atletico de Madrid. And then he was on loan there as well, bro, because he was one season loan in January and then left in June. And then players that played for Arsenal and at Bro, what the heck are these ads, man? Get me out of here, man. Foreign players from Spain. Let's take a look here. This might help. Antonio Reyes, bro. Fran Merida. And Denis Suarez. So, look, this guy's Spanish. So, maybe he played for Atletico de Madrid. No, he didn't. Dani Ceballos. Yeah, he played for Arsenal. Hector Bellerin. Yeah, no, I was not getting that. And then players that played for Arsenal and Club comparison. Does it say here? Transfer. Okay. Flamini, bro. Patrick Vieira, bro. He played for Milan. Scheiße. Damn, he played for Juve, Milan. Damn, I didn't even know that. Yeah, I remember at the very end of his career, he played one time for City. Damn, unlucky, guys. Negative ball knowledge. I don't know how we didn't get Delafeu. He's from the streets, of course. My negative ball knowledge. And then Patrick Vieira. I feel like that should have been obvious. He's a legend in the sport, of course. One of the best midfielders in the Premier League, of course, of all time. One of the best French midfielders of all time. Alongside Zinedine Zidane. And I didn't get them. Negative ball knowledge. Unlucky. But yeah, that's going to end off the episode, guys. 51 subscribers. Thank you so much for the support. Next episode later this week, we're going to review the Champions League games from tomorrow and Wednesday and talk about some football news. But yeah, as I said, thank you so much for the support. Let's see if we can get to 60 subscribers by the end of the year. 2 more months to go, guys. But yeah, next episode later this week. Stay tuned. Stay positive. Stay happy. Stay flow. And I'll see you later. Au revoir. Goodbye.